Does anyone have the spiritual high ground? Hello, and welcome to today's insight. And today's insight is mainly going to be talking about the flip side of yesterday's video, which is how to deal with people who have quote unquote healed and who want to help everyone else like jump on the ascension process with them. By the way, number one, I don't know why, but today as I was starting the recording, my eyes just popped. I was like, what is going on? It's like today they're just more prominent, they're more green, they're more olive than any other day. I'm noticing those. So maybe today, because they do say that eyes are like windows to the soul, maybe today you're noticing slight clues and hints about specifically about being more woke or about the discrepancy between people who have woken up and those who are still choosing to stay to take the red pill right, instead of the blue pill. I think that's the reference in the Matrix. Red pill staying in the 3D, blue pill going up to 5D. Now, as much as people who are people who haven't dealt with their traumas have do trauma onto others. Also, people who have worked through their traumas and think who have the higher ground because of the fact that they worked through their traumas that cause trauma to other people, making them feel belittled, making them feel like they're not enough, making them feel like they're less than, making them feel like they don't know what they think they know, right? Everything has its upside and downside. Everything, everybody, whatever you choose to believe, whatever you choose to do with your life, you are basically having more effect on other people than you think you are. In those cases where people act like they know better and that you should follow them, the key is to like respectfully say no thank you, but also to remember that you are a part of the collective consciousness, and your part also plays an important role to enhance the collective consciousness. Now, when someone acts like they know better than you and make you feel smaller than and make you feel less than, it is up to you to make that feeling known. It is up to you to clearly communicate. It is up to you to clearly communicate your discomfort, your dislike, and that you allow other people to know what you're currently going through because they probably are doing this not knowing that they're doing this. And because of that, they don't think much of it, if you will. So, all in all, the important thing is to know that your input is of importance to the Most High. Okay? You are put on this planet to give the Most High a specific perspective that it is not having through anyone else. Okay? It's my pipe. The pipes are singing. The pipes are singing. Yes, I do concur. The pipes are singing. So, but it kind of sounds like a pot is boiling, but it's actually the pipes that are singing, which is, I don't know if that's better or worse, but it is what it is. And so, for those who feel like they know better, and I used to be one of those people. I used to feel like I knew more than most and that people should follow me. Probably because I've lived many lives and it stopped. Probably because I've lived many lives where I was in roles of power, of control, well, not control, but of power, where I led many people and that I had the respect of many. So because I'm used to that type of, my soul is used to that type of treatment, I expected to have that type of treatment in this lifetime, except this lifetime was mainly meant for me to learn to gain that respect out of from another way. And so that's why I was taught that from a young age that I had to gain the experience in order to actually lead, which I didn't have the experience, but now I do. I just need to know how to package it. So all this connected to the fact that people feel like they're more woke than you. In actuality, what they need to work on is not what they say, but how they say it. Because when I was a child, I used to be this controlling person, thinking that you should follow what I say because I know better and whatnot, instead of you know instead of having people follow me because I actually have the proof that I know what I'm talking about. But all in all, what is crucial to remember is that it is not important how you get to your end result. It's just important or how long it takes you to get to your end result. The only important thing is that you get there. And the trick is that the process that most people don't like, that are it's hard and arduous for them, that process is exactly what's going to get you to the end result you want. But in order to get to the end result, you need to go through all these hardships, all these difficulties. And what I've noticed is that many people don't want to go through the hardships and difficulties to get their end result. But the issue is, without going through all those prerequisites, they cannot get to the end result. They will get to a midpoint, which is not exactly the end result that they want. But what needs to happen is a click and an understanding that everything that God has put on your path was only put there to get you to what you want to get to. And so, what I want you to think about is, if you are thinking about doing something and getting somewhere and achieving a certain goal, you need to be ready to actually do the steps required from God to get there in order to get the recognition that you are seeking. So, what are you unwilling to do that God is nudging you towards? Ponder that. So, what I want you guys to think about is, have you been haunted by a request sent to you by God personally to do a specific thing, but you turned your back on it and said, "Nay, I'm not doing this," and you're still wondering why you haven't gotten to the end result you want? Ponder that.